Alright guys, so right now I'm recording with my Osmo action camera. I've had this camera for a little while and it's been out for a little while too, and I just hadn't made a video using this camera. So we're at the park today and I'm using the front facing screen right now to record this session, and it's really bright right now. So I thought about why not get this camera out and do a review, and you guys leave some comment down below and let me know what you think about the Osmo action camera. It's been out for almost 2 years now, and I still believe it's one of the best action cameras out there. And so let me know what you guys think. If you want to wear the mask, we still have to wear a mask here in my area even though we're at the park, but that's neither here nor there. So all right guys, so let's check out this camera. All right guys, so this is 4K at 60 frames per second. Rocksteady is on. One of the best thing about this camera is Rocksteady. I love the Rocksteady on this camera. So again, right now we're recording at 4K at 60 frames per second. I'm shaking a lot, so hopefully we can see how good the Rocksteady is on this. I kind of find that when we're walking with the camera, it does do a little bit of shaking. So let's do a little running right quick to see how that works. All right guys, we're doing a little run. Just testing the Rocksteady out. So we'll take that back and see how it looks. Let's switch over to the next mode. All right guys, so right now we're recording at 4K. Excuse the background noise. 4K at 24 frames per second. I skipped the 30 frames per second to do the 4K at 24. Do a little turnaround. How y'all doing? Hey. Starting like 4K at 24 frames per second better than 4K at 30. It kind of give you more of a cinematic look. All right guys, so this is 4K at 24 frames per second. Switching over to the next mode. All right guys, so this is 2.7K at 30 frames per second. Getting a look at the hill that I'm up climbing. Do a quick turnaround. So yeah, this is 2.7 at 30 frames per second. Getting ready to switch over to the next mode. All right guys, so this is 2.7 at 30. Do a quick turnaround. The pan up. One thing I like about this camera is that it shows the colors really good. I kind of like the color collection on this versus the GoPro. So yeah, I really like this camera. It does do a really good job at capturing all of the colors. Let's look at that. Look at that. And I can see it very clearly. Like when we reach up to the top right here, you can make out the leaves on the trees and it doesn't look like a bunch of mess put together. Don't have a lot of noise in it. All right, so let's switch over to the next mode. All right guys, so this is 1080p at 60 frames per second. We're gonna do a 1080p at 24 frames per second as well, just to get a cinematic look. I've been told anytime you recording at 24 frames a second, you get a lot of good cinematic look from the camera. So this is what I was told from some viewers, some people who actually have this action camera. So yeah. Pan up again. I'll do a turnaround. As I bring it down, you can just see it capturing all of the colors really good. So alright guys, it's 1080p at 60 frames per second. We're gonna do 1080p at 24 next. Alright guys, so this is 1080p at 24 frames per second. You just turn around, get a good turn around how it looks. What I want to do, I want to show you guys how it looks from my screen, from the back of the screen. And this how it looks from the screen, my screen view. As you can tell, it looks really good when we do a turnaround. At 1080p at 24 frames per second. Looks good. Even when you pan up. So yeah, that's 1080p at 24 frames per second. Alright guys, so one thing to note that I do not have any external audio, so all the audio you hear is coming straight out of the action camera itself. Right now I'm recording at 4K at 24 frames per second. But again, this action camera is really good. There's so many videos out there on this action camera. You can go out and look at any of them, and all of them are probably about the same. Since the updates, this camera does a lot of updates. Well, it had a lot of updates in the past, but it's really good. If you guys are looking for a good front face screen, don't want to pay the price of the GoPro, this is amazing. This is a camera that's been out for a while and it still does really good. And yeah, it is what it is. So see you guys in the next video. Peace.